Jaime Lannister attacked Ned Stark in the capital, but should he have got capital punishment for his crime? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. Today, we're going to be doing another Season 1 Game of Thrones series. We're talking about the attack that happened in Episode 5, but the punishment should have probably came after that. Maybe Episode 6, maybe Episode 7. But it never happened. Jaime Lannister and his soldiers attacked Ned, killed all of Ned's men, and then wounded Ned also in the process with a spear through the leg. Now, why was Jaime Lannister never punished for this attack? He attacked Ned pretty much unprovoked, killed all Ned's men, shed blood in the capital, could have killed Ned as well, who was the hand of the king. So why did this go unpunished? Now, some people will say at this time, Ned wasn't the hand of the king. Ned resigned momentarily. However, I don't think that was official. I'm not sure that just because he said to King Robert, find a new hand of the king, I don't think it was official at that point. I don't think Ned had been removed as the hand of the king at that point. So therefore, I think the title still stood. I think he was still Robert's right-hand man. He was still the hand, and therefore, an attack on the hand is like an attack on the king himself. Because we do see Ned later on, while he's in his bed, tell King Robert that he wants Jaime to be punished and that he wants Jaime Lannister to be brought to justice. Now, maybe this is why we find out Jaime Lannister isn't punished, because we know King Robert at this point reveals that he is in so much debt to Tywin Lannister, Jaime's father, that he can't do anything about it, essentially. He can't start a war between the Starks and the Lannisters, because that won't be good for King Robert, that won't be good for Robert Baratheon, and the king can't rule with the Starks and the Lannisters going head to head. So King Robert knows that Jaime Lannister should be punished for this. He knows that Jaime Lannister was wrong, but he's willing to let it slide. He's willing to let it go because he knows for the good of the realm, he needs the Starks and the Lannisters to be on good terms. But more importantly, he needs Tywin Lannister. He can't afford to pay back the debt that he is indebted to Jaime's father. And the last thing he wants to do is kill Jaime, because that's not going to go down too well with Tywin. But should King Robert have done the right thing? Was he being selfish? Was he being greedy? Was he putting money ahead of the hand? Or was he simply caring about the realm? Was he putting the realm first? But we have rules, and rules are in place for a reason. And it's almost like Jaime Lannister has escaped punishment multiple times now, because he did kill the previous king, the Mad King, which should have resulted in death. And now he's attacked the hand, Ned Stark, and that also probably should have resulted in death. But on both occasions, he hasn't been punished by King Robert. And again, is it due to his connections with the Lannisters? Was he in debt to Tywin back then? We know he ended up marrying Cersei, but why was Jaime Lannister getting away with it back then? Why did he get a pardon, so to speak? Why was he not brought to trial for his crimes? That's multiple times now where Jaime Lannister has done things and not paid for his actions. So was it purely because King Robert couldn't make enemies with the Lannisters, or was it more to do with the fact that Ned at that point had technically resigned as Hand of the King? I'm not too sure. Even if Ned wasn't Hand of the King, he's still Lord of Winterfell. He's still Robert's best friend, supposedly, and Robert's just going to allow an attack like that. Then at that point, maybe we can question whether or not Ned is truly King Robert's friend, and does King Robert actually care about him? Because we've seen multiple times this season where King Robert is willing just to let things go, even in Episode 2 with the whole Joffrey thing. I'm assuming King Robert believed that Joffrey was lying. I don't think he listened to his story. He was disappointed that his son could have been disarmed by a girl, but he let it go and he allowed one of the direwolves to be killed, even though it wasn't the right thing to do. So we've seen multiple times now where Ned has pretty much been on the losing end here, and King Robert has been happy for it to go down that way, as long as it doesn't, break too much backlash. Anyway, guys, that is it. Why was Jaime Lannister not executed for attacking Ned? I think it's because King Robert was in debt to his father. didn't want to go to war with the Lannisters. Hell, he's married to a Lannister, so that would have been awkward. So, yeah, Jaime Lannister pretty much getting a pass because of who he is. And it's not really the first time we've seen that in this series. If you're a highborn, if you have value, if you have titles, if you're rich, then you can pretty much get away with your actions. But if you're a nobody, then, you know, you're pretty much fucked. It really is that simple in Game of Thrones. That's it, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.